But ultimately, those all are ultra processed type of foods.
Right, which is has a lot of sugar. Plain and simple.
So one of the things that we hear a lot about is that when you ask people, tell me about your diet. And of course, when you ask that, the alarm bells goes off and say, well, I eat healthy.
Yes.
And healthy means so many different things to different people.
Relative.
It's all relative, and it's not truly healthy. So when I say, hey, you asked me a question about what I'm eating, I eat healthy, what would that typically look like that you see with some of the people that we work with?
People say, I eat healthy breakfast. I have yogurt and granola.
Yeah.
That is a sugar bomb. And then they will say, I'll have a snack by mid-morning because I'm hungry. I'll eat a protein bar. I get my protein in. And then lunch, they'll have a sandwich.
Yeah, like a turkey sandwich, lettuce, tomato, onion, what have you.
With fries on the side and ketchup and
Mustard, mayo, the condiments.
Mayo. Yes, all the condiments, the fixins. And then, what do you drink during the day? Well, I don't like plain water, so I drink vitamin water.
Very healthy.
Yeah. And then for dinner, it's pasta and sauce, jar sauce. And they're like, see, I eat healthy. But if you add up all that sugar they ate for that day,
How much is it?
you're looking at 100 grams, which is equivalent to what, 25 teaspoons?
That's a lot of sugar
I know.
in a healthy meal or healthy day of eating.
Yes, and you're still hungry.
And so what's crazy about it is because you don't realize you're eating all that sugar does have this effect on the dopamine. And dopamine is a feel-good type of hormone, so it releases all this dopamine. So the more sugar you eat, you get dopamine released. The problem with that is that because you get that dopamine release, and if you don't eat sugar, and then all of a sudden you got this urge of being hungry again, what do you want? You want more sugar. So you get this up and down type of cycling, almost like being high and off of drugs. Like, oh my gosh, I need some more. I need another hit. I need another hit. And that's what happens with sugar. And that is basically why when you try to quit cold turkey, whether it's drugs or the drug of sugar, all approaches tend to typically fail. And it's that blood sugar roller coaster effect. I mean, it's really real. And then you think about the overall health with all the inflammation.
Yeah, it shoots it up even higher with with the blood sugar being off, and you're eating these things that you think it's healthy, and it's you're just making it a lot worse.
Yeah. And that's where you have an overall body, the excess of glucose got to be stored somewhere. And so it usually turns to fat. Fat becomes more inflammatory,
Yeah.
more chronic diseases.
And that's why people wonder why they eat healthy, and they wonder why the inflammation markers are up.
Yes.
Because of the hidden sugars that's destroying their bodies.
Yeah. Or I don't understand why I have cavities.
Oh, that's a good one you see all the time.
Oh my, yeah. Today I was talking with a patient. I said, man, tell me about your diet. She's like, what do you mean? I mean, what do you normally eat? So a vegetarian type of Indian food. Really? So you don't eat meat? You don't eat a whole lot of processed food? She's like, no, I don't. I could tell by looking at the teeth. It's amazing what the impact of sugar has on the body, inflammation, and the teeth.
Wow.
You see a lot of this too, just by working with and dealing with a lot of kids. What kind of impact does it have on emotional and mental well-being?
Well, you see the mood swings, the energy crashes. They tell us shortly after lunch, they were just ready to take a nap. There's brain fog, the anxiety goes up. It's a real thing. That the emotional it's a real thing.
And think about added on to the mental health issues of our country, and sugar is a really, really big one.
That's true.